sensors off the scale.
Wow.
Solar wind, which has an average velocity of 500 kilometers per second.
That's the
Or a
average.
million miles per hour got up to 2.5 million miles an hour for 3 days.
Ah.
Then it dropped down to 1.5 million miles an hour for 30 days.
Yeah, that got real fast.
This was considered impossible. Yeah, it happened. It happened.
It happened.
Accounts of the event were
We go through a lot of
published
impossible.
in all the scientific literature of the world and many of the major newspapers, but scientists didn't know what it meant. All they did was publish the data.
Mm.
After 6 months, David Suzuki called a worldwide scientific meeting to discuss the implications of the explosion.
Implications.
Gianvallo left him about 3 months before the meeting, so he doesn't know what happened at the meeting.
You gotta know what happened.
What he does know is that previous to the meeting, that is from August to November 1972, there was a great amount of information published and written about this.
Oh.
After the meeting on June or July of 1973, there was a total worldwide blackout.
Oh.
Just as if the great event had never happened.
Don't remember that.
If the Syrians had not intervened, the explosion would have definitely killed us all.
Oh, okay.
It would have killed everything on the planet right down to the microbial and algal.
Are those the Watchers?
What really happened was that our sun was about to expand in a giant red pulse
What?
out to the orbit of Jupiter or thereabouts.
Not good.
This pulse would have lasted for approximately 1,000 years, and then the sun would return to its normal size.
Not good.
If we had been prepared for this, that is, consciously prepared, if we were at the Christ consciousness level or higher, we could have just turned to it, and it would have been a beautiful trip.
Oh, okay.
But since we have fallen so far in consciousness from the events in Atlantis,
I think we were ready for it. We just don't know it.
1,000 years ago and had not yet moved into Christ consciousness, we certainly were not prepared.
I think they just don't know we were prepared. We were prepared.
Well, here we go. At the time, 144,000 different races from the other dimensional levels came in here to assist.
So the 144,000 was always something about another dimension all along.
144,000.
It was always had to do with another dimension. I thought it had to do with last people on Earth, but it had to do with 144,000 dimension.
Anyway, they came here to help.
Yeah.
By mid-January 1972, about 80,000 of them had already arrived. They had a very intense discussion among themselves on the subject of the impending red pulse. And about 79,900 of these cultures said, there's no hope. There's no way.
It was all by
no
Allah's
prayer
will, of course.
Surviving.
All by Allah's will.
They went home because non-interference was their policy. The other
Alhamdulillah.
The Pleiadians, the Aldebarans, and the Arcturians, and others led by the Syrians decided to stay and help. Thank you, Pleiadians. Now, the Syrians not only had the hardware and software in place, but also ambassadors. The moment the situation was declared hopeless, they sent ambassadors to Galactic Command to ask for permission to carry out their experiment. If anyone at all, even just one person, were to survive the explosion of the sun, the Syrians would have refused. But because no one on Earth was going to survive, they did receive permission. They were first asked by Galactic Command how many survivors they thought there would be as a result of their experiment. They didn't really know, but said, probably at least 2, but not more than 10 will make it. A key condition for receiving permission was the belief that at least one person would survive. In truth, this was a radical thing that had never been tried before. We didn't really know how many would survive.
Okay.
Now, after receiving permission, the Syrians immediately went to work, and within 30 days, everything in place, they launched the large cigar-shaped object just outside the membrane of consciousness of the Earth.
What? No, wait.
440,000 miles out. And they placed it 1 overtone higher so it was invisible to us.
Okay. So we can't find that thing.
Yep, 440,000 miles out anyway. They placed the 8 small flying saucer type ships on the apexes of the 8 tetrahedral points. That is the 8 points of the star tetrahedron around the Earth. There is a star tetrahedron inscribed in the Earth. There's also a much bigger one around 10,000 miles above the surface. The points are the chakra systems of the planet. Again, these were set 1-dimensional overtone higher than the Earth. Then, from a cigar-shaped ship, they shot a beam of laser light, the likes of which we do not have. The beam was about 8 inches in diameter, made up of little segments of different colored physical light. Moving, of course, at the speed of light, this light was coming from one-dimensional world into another. Now, the beam entered into the North Pole and hit the little flying saucer-type ship that was at the tetrahedral point. From there, the immense amount of information contained in the laser light was translated into 3 primary rays, red, blue, and green, or beamed to the next 3 ships. These ships repeated this and sent the rays to the next 3 ships until
Is this the plot to Independence Day, or?
At the South Pole, they were translated back into information and shot into the center of the Earth. From the center of the Earth, by refraction, the information came out in little tiny beams of light by billions all over the whole planet. As these beams of light came out through the center of the Earth, they connected to all the humans and animals on the planet. Remember,
So you're talking about some hyper-dimensional stuff.